Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for checking out my channel. Today is July the 6th, it's Monday, and we are doing a daily love and relationship reading. Whew, I did not record one for yesterday. These energies, the full moon and lunar eclipse for me personally, I feel like has been super intense. I know a lot of people say that, but it really has been. Today has been a doozy. A lot of interesting, weird energies happening, and I found myself just trying to cope. Like, well, not cope, but like, I just have felt very icky. And so, like, doing everything I can, all my self-care stuff to feel better. And why, yes, I did color my hair. Thank you for noticing. I did that today. It's going a little bit redder than usual, so I kind of like it. I like to channel my inner Ariel from The Little Mermaid. That was my favorite when I was it was The Little Mermaid and Sleeping Beauty. I just watched Maleficent for the first time recently, and oh my god, it's really good. I don't know why I didn't want to watch it. I'm not the biggest fan of Angelina Jolie, that's probably why. But I really liked it. It was really good. And I just had like all kinds of personal epiphanies for myself, and why I'm drawn to the Sleeping Beauty. And I've been watching like all the live action Disney movies, like, and really enjoying them lately. It's interesting to watch as an adult, like the movies that you grew up on as a kid, and like see a different perspective. Ooh, okay. Those three want to come out. Anyways, I feel very, like, when I don't get a lot of sleep, so I didn't sleep that great, or I just have felt groggy because of sleep all day, I get a little, ooh. So I'm drinking coffee, and it is almost 6 p.m. today, so that's also why it's late today. Okay, let's see what's happening. The Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is our nurturing, giving, watery, emotional, very caring queen energy. And then along with that, we have the Empress. These two came out back to back. Okay, so sorry, I'm like thinking. So then we also have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is about feeling burdened. And so the Empress, I'm sorry, is about fertility. It's also the mother archetype. There's an energy around feeling burdened, or like the feminine energy, whether that's you or the other person, whoever's watching this. Or maybe that's what I was picking up on today, is feminine energy, or just like the feeling, the very deep feeling energy. It can sometimes feel like a burden to yourself or to other people, or you don't want to be a burden to other people, right? So a lot of what I was feeling this weekend, I was like, why do I feel like I really want someone to just hold me and tell me everything's going to be okay? Like, that's literally what I was feeling one night, and I was like, I feel like I feel like a child who wishes that their mom or dad would just hold them and tell them everything was be okay, because I was having just like, wasn't feeling that great in my body, and just like having some things, physical things going on, and just like mental and emotional things. And I was just like, consciously I was like, I knew everything was okay, but and then it was like, I have people in my life I don't have a partner, a spouse, a boyfriend, whatever. I have people in my life I could possibly reach out to and do that, but it was like, I feel like such a it was like that hesitation of, I don't feel like I have anyone I can do that with, but it feels like a burden. Or it feels like, also I think it's just like picking up on like very sensitive, like those who are very sensitive, and a lot of women are very emotionally sensitive, like we feel deeply, not saying men don't, but with everything that's happening in the world, and we can feel things that maybe men don't always feel. it sometimes feels like a burden to be a woman, right? To see all of these things, to feel all of these things, to be so in touch with our emotions, and to still be the empress, right? The one who's in charge, the mother, the creator. Yeah, that's just what I'm getting, is right now there's an energy of feeling like it's difficult to be very sensitive and in touch with your emotions, basically like in your feminine energy. And then we have the Two of Cups, which is about dating, and it's about a love relationship with somebody, your counterpart, someone you want to go on a date with. But then we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is about being guarded, holding on to things too tightly. So are we not allowing... So maybe there's these opportunities for us, but because we're feeling burdened, we're kind of closing ourselves off to that. And we're not really sure what, like, we're still trying to decide like which direction we want to go. That's what the Two of Wands is, like, weighing up your options and choosing which direction to go. And it's more wands, so it's like fire and passion, creativity, and it's underneath the Ten of Wands. And the Nine of Swords is on the bottom. That's stressful thoughts. That's been happening. That was happening to me today. My thoughts were running away with, were trying to get me to run away with them. But I did not want to go in that direction, and I was doing everything I can to not give in. The Hierophant. Okay. And then the Lovers, and the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So the Hierophant is Taurus energy. Oops. Taurus energy, but the Hierophant represents, like, it can be religious institutions, dogma, but to me it's about, like, commitment, like what are we spiritually committing ourselves to, or, you know, it can be about social conditioning also. I don't know which direction. I feel like they want to go in this way. And then we have the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, but it's also our counterpart. It's our mirror, our person who pushes us to be the best version of ourselves. It's not an easy type relationship where it's just gonna be happy and sunshine and roses and you're gonna get along and be best friends. I mean, yes, there's that, but it's also gonna be the one that challenges you the most on a soul level to grow. Oop. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is an offer of love, a new beginning in love. It's also self-love, my cup running over. And then we have the Page of Cups, which is someone offering their cup to you, but it's a little bit immature. Pages are like immature energy. They'd be like teenager type. Knights would be like young adult type energy. So this is a page, so it's like kind of later teenage, you know, energy. And then there's also a fish in the cup. So I never fully understood this. Like, it's almost like it's tainted a little bit, the cup, because there's a fish in it. Also, why is there a fish in it? Like, why? It's almost like somebody's offering something, but they're not even really sure why. Here's what I'm getting. Somebody wants to offer somebody you know, like confess their love, like open themselves up to somebody, give them their heart, ask they want to go on a date, be in a relationship, whatever, take things to the next level. But it's almost like this energy that I'm getting is like the confusion of like, I'm not sure why. It's like they kind of, I don't know, I'm not sure if they'll like it. Is my cup tainted? This is how they see you, whoever is offering this. Could be you, the viewer watching, offering something to somebody, or somebody who's wanting to offer something to you. Like, they see you as like the holy grail of cups, right? Of love. Like, they just see you exuding love, and they see like that there's all this possibility and opportunity if they were to offer it to you. But this is like how they feel, and they're almost like questioning if their cup is good enough. So, like I said, Hierophant or the Taurus and Gemini could be signs that are relevant. Also, the Queen of Cups could be like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. But yeah, but maybe that's because like what I was saying is like this feminine energy is feeling burdened and overwhelmed. There's these opportunities for dates and things coming in, yet she's a bit closed off to it, a little bit guarded, whether she realizes it or not, and still kind of looking off into the horizon, trying to figure out what she wants. So like even if it's happening in the 3, she's not even really noticing it. But there's this energy, like I said, the Hierophant is like commitment. It could be about marriage too. But like committing your life to somebody, right? Committing your life to the spiritual love path. Not, this isn't necessarily like, I don't want to say it's soulmate, it's more like twin flame type energy, where it is going to push you on a soul level, or your souls recognize each other. It isn't just your physical bodies. It's like, and I think that's maybe what this person, whoever wants to offer this, isn't really fully getting, or doesn't fully understand it, maybe because they're not super spiritual, or they're not, you know, they haven't done a lot of work in that area. They've never heard of twin flames, or they don't understand that. But they see this opportunity with you and they want to offer it to you, but they're still not feeling ready. I feel like there's this, they see the possibility there. Maybe it's even come in before, like with the Two of Cups, because I feel like there's just like some blockages here. Like this was you and your Queen of Cups, Empress energy, doing your thing. Then all of a sudden you're feeling burdened in your life. The Two of Cups comes in, you kind of reject it, or don't recognize it, or guard it, push it away, and are still kind of looking at, I'm still trying to figure out what my options are. I don't want to take that cup yet. And then that person's like, okay, maybe they moved on, or they left, or like shit, or maybe they've watched you turn other people away. Who knows? Like if they know you. And then they were like, but I really feel this, like I feel like we have maybe past lives together. We have some kind of unspoken like a soul contract, and they know that this is like their counterpart, their other half, the person that is going to be the most beneficial for them to be in a relationship with when it comes to everything that they want. But again, it's not going to be easy, and they realize that. And they see the possibility and the opportunity for this to happen, but again, they're still here with this fish in their cup, and they're kind of like, well, here you go. Do you want to? It's kind of like when you're a kid. Oh, geez, that was too many. I don't want to take those. When you're like a kid and you have a crush on somebody, and you're like not really sure like what to do or say, but it's so innocent, but you still do it anyway. Because you're like not at that place of like feeling ashamed yet in your life. I don't know. Like they're not afraid of rejection yet, because you're almost like, yeah, they're gonna like me. Why wouldn't they? I mean, there's that, but then there is also, because you're not a child, the adult side of you, the logical side of you, who's like, oh, I don't know. She has so many other options, or maybe you came in before and she said no. What are you gonna do? And you're gonna go back and do it again? Like, all those kinds of things. So their cup feels tainted for some reason. Whether that's maybe they're just not fully ready, but yet they feel like the time is gonna pass them by. So we have the Six of Pentacles, which is about reciprocity and equal give and take. Could also be about philanthropy. But it's about balance, a lot of balance. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, having everything that you want emotionally. You feel completely fulfilled. And then we have the Strength card, which is Leo energy, but it is also just like what the card says. It's about having inner strength and realizing that the strength isn't coming from force. It's coming from like an inner, gentle, quiet, because you see how she's taming this lion, right? And she's not doing anything forceful. It's about like that alpha energy, which feminines can be. Like alpha is like you just exude that type of confident leadership type energy, and therefore people just respect you and are, you know, and of course it's not because you're not doing it by force, it's just who you are. You're kind, you're gentle. There's strength in love and compassion and being gentle and understanding and empathic. So there's that. So how's this playing into the story? I feel like this person who doesn't feel ready. Ooh, look, the King of Cups is on the bottom, the counterpart to the Queen. Because this person doesn't feel ready yet, because they're working towards this. So like right now they're kind of in the Page energy, or they're, you know, but they want to be this to match you, the Queen of Cups that already came out. Because what I was getting was like, they see you doing this. They are watching you. I feel like they're observing you. Because pages are about like, so the Page of Swords is actually more about observation, but the page could be like messages, communication. I don't know why I'm getting like somebody's like watching you go through this process. Like they see you becoming balanced and doing this in your life, like being a philanthropist, or, you know, working on giving to other people, creating your own happiness, creating your life that's emotionally fulfilling. They also see that they could have this with you, and then they also see this as you. So I feel like this is a feminine energy, that like a masculine energy is watching a feminine energy do all of this, and they are working from being the Page of Cups to the King of Cups, so that they can be your counterpart, your match. And again, King of Cups, it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, because that's water. And then again, we have Taurus and Gemini and Leo out here. So take that as it resonates for you. Doesn't have to, but possibly. I'm gonna get my, no, okay, they're saying no, keep doing this one. So what is this King of Cups? Like, what does he want? What is his plan? Let's tell us more about this King of Cups energy. And you could even be someone who's younger than you, or just like maybe just a little bit isn't as far along on their path as you in terms of like awakening, spirituality, excuse me, the World and the Wheel of Fortune. Dang, we got a lot of like major arcana cards, like major arcana, but it's like major themes here. Strength, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the World, Wheel of Fortune, all of those are major arcana. Is that it? And the Empress, major arcana as well. But the World is about movement, or it can be about traveling. It could be about also things coming full circle, like a completion of things. This also represents things moving and changing. The Wheel of Fortune can be about cycles completing, or luck turning in your favor. What it feels like is like the King of Cups is waiting for a cycle to be complete. Things to change on the outside world somehow, whether that's with him or with you, the feminine. Feels like more with him. And the Page of Pentacles. And again, another page, so then he can be, so then this is like communication in the actual physical world, right? So then he can work up the courage to actually make a move in, like, physically towards you. All right. And Justice. So that's a Libra. But Justice is about balancing the scales. It could also be legal matters. Maybe he's waiting for something legal in his life to be wrapped up. You know, a divorce, maybe a business, or he's like, you know, like, could be about contracts, like signing of contracts, whether that's getting out of a contract or starting one, buying a house, starting a business, a partnership, you know, anything like that has to do with legal, but just to create some kind of balance and balance, like karmic justice. But again, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about karma, can be about the karmic wheel turning and cycles, and so it's right underneath that, and that, so it could be about there's a karmic cycle that has to be wrapped up, whether it's like selling a house or buying a house or getting divorced, you know, anything legal, maybe, you know, a settlement or something to that effect. And because the Page of Pentacles came out right before that, it feels like it could have to do with money. So there's maybe the King of Cups isn't feeling completely stable and able to offer everything to his counterpart, this person he is watching and wanting to offer his love to, because he's waiting for more stability in the physical world for himself. Because even after these karmic cycles maybe play out, he's still a page, right? It's not the Knight of Pentacles and it's not the King of Pentacles, it's the page still, which is something happening in the physical world, but it's more on a smaller scale, which isn't a bad thing. Ooh. Oh, hold on. The Ten of Swords, dang, and the Devil. So the Devil is Capricorn energy, and we did just come out of a full moon in Capricorn. But that's addictions, vices, things we feel bound to. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which is like, it could be about actual death, but it's swords, so it's more like in our heads. But it's like, and tens are about completions of cycles, an ending and a beginning. So there's something that needs to be killed off in terms of an addictive pattern or behavior in his life. Could be about, you know, maybe a relationship or just like a way of being. Depends. You know, because addictions aren't just addiction to substances. It can be about relationships, toxic, anything that's toxic in your life. So he's kind of waiting for this, but or is this happening right now, or is it like, did it already happen? Because it's already the 10 there, and we already have a couple cards of completion. So maybe he's just like still trying to get his footing, like be like more, you know, feel stable after this, you know, like kind of defeating something. I feel like this is defeating something that was toxic in his life, whether that's a relationship or an addiction when it comes to like gambling, you know, drugs, alcohol, whatever, food, sex, anything. He's attempting to, you know, but there is, like with the Justice card, I feel like it has to possibly do with maybe like a relationship and like money and divorce, that kind of thing. Or it could be like a business partnership as well. Something needing to end before something else can begin. And maybe that's why things haven't played out before, you know, like, so maybe there was an opportunity in the past, the feminine wasn't ready, and then the masculine kind of realizes, okay, I actually probably wasn't ready either, because now all this stuff's wrapping up in his life. Okay, so if this is picking up on anything that resonates for you, let me know, comment below, send me an email, I would love to hear it. And if you would like your own personal reading, please book online on my website, which is down below, or yeah, just do that. Okay, the Tower. So the Tower is about sudden, like, you know, lightning hitting the tower and it destroying a foundation. You know, I keep hearing divorce and rest. Okay, so something happened in this masculine's life where it was like kind of destroyed a foundation, whether that was sudden or not, or whether he expected it, whether he created it or somebody else created it in his life. And now he's kind of going through a period of rest. Because that's what the Four of Swords is about, rest and recuperation. And the Moon. The Moon is Pisces energy. It's water sign, but the Moon is our intuition. It's our shadow side. It's our feminine energy, more feminine. I feel like he's the way he's trying to connect to his feminine, this person who he believes is his counterpart and wants to offer his cup to, is through the Moon, whether that's like tapping into his own intuition, maybe he feels connected to her and sometimes hears things, understands what she's going through, whether he watches her and seeing what she's doing, learning from her, something to that effect. Okay. These are my Osho Zen Tarot. Let's see if there's like a couple more cards from these have a little bit longer messages and they're slightly different from the traditional tarot. So I don't know why oh geez, suppression. Again, the Ten of Wands again. Let's read more about this. Hold on. Okay, so this is, in this card it's called or in this deck it's called Suppression. Ten of Wands. Wands represent the element of fire, which is passion, creativity, movement. In this card, in this deck, they are categorized as action. Okay, it says, the figure on this card is quite literally all tied up in knots. His light still shines within, but he has repressed his own vitality, trying to meet so many demands and expectations. He has given up all his own power and vision in return for being accepted by the very same forces that have imprisoned him. The danger of suppressing one's natural energy in this way is apparent in the cracks of a volcanic eruption about to take place around the edges of the image. Here, I'll show you. The real message of the card is to find a healing outlet for this potential explosion. It is essential to find a way to release whatever tensions and stresses might be building up inside you right now. Beat on a pillow, jump up and down, go out into the wilderness and scream at the empty sky, anything to shake up your energy and allow it to circulate freely. Don't wait for a catastrophe to happen. I feel like this is picking up on the feminine's energy, that because like this came out, I feel like for the feminine earlier. Because this is what I was feeling today, like anger and just like, why am I so angry at everybody and life and just, so I feel like the message from that card is the advice on how to deal with this energy that maybe is blocking this union from happening. Is like, are you really allowing yourself to live fully in this Queen of Cups Empress energy? You know, and if you're wanting your counterpart to come in and offer you something, offer you a relationship, a love, a communication, whatever, you also have to do your part to make sure that you are open and receptive and moving through the cycles and the phases for yourself, not holding on to anything emotionally. So let's see. Oh God, I hate when I do that. All right. A candle spilled right here, and sometimes I scrape my fingernail over it, the dried wax, and I just hate the feeling of stuff under my fingernails. Anyways, okay, let's see what the masculine, let's see, there we go. Comparison. This is the Five of Swords, I believe. Yeah, well, that is another thing I've been feeling too. So, Five of Swords, comparison. So the Five of Swords in the traditional tarot is mental conflict. So I've been feeling this a lot lately too. And just like noticing it and being like, why is this coming up? Okay, whoever told you that the bamboo is more beautiful than the oak, or the oak more valuable than the bamboo? Do you think the oak wishes it had a hollow trunk like this bamboo? Does the bamboo feel jealous of the oak because it is bigger and its leaves change color in the fall? The very idea of two trees comparing themselves to each other seems ridiculous, but we humans seem to find this habit very hard to break. Let's face it, there's always going to be somebody who is more beautiful, more talented, stronger, more intelligent, or apparently happier than you are. And conversely, there will always be those who are less than you in all these ways. The way to find out who you are is not by comparing yourself with others, but by looking to see whether you are fulfilling your own potential in the best way you know how. So I feel like there's some fear around, for the masculine, around, like I said, just what I was picking up on with the Page of Cups is like he doesn't feel adequate enough. He doesn't feel like he's in his King of Cups energy yet to offer, and maybe he's comparing himself to others, saying like, oh, I'm not her type, or she likes this type of person, or, you know, I haven't reached this amount of, you know, financial stability, or, you know, whatever. I don't have a house yet, blah, blah, blah. He's basically, that's what he's working through. I feel like these are just indications of what the feminine's working through, some anger, some suppression, and just trying to break through and fully become herself, her feminine self. And then the masculine is working on not comparing himself to other people when it comes to the fear of rejection, of like him coming to her and offering his cup and feeling like she'll reject him because he's not good enough. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to do these are my teal swan, what are they called? Frequency Tarot cards. I don't use these often. I love Teal Swan. If you don't follow her, I highly suggest it if you want to be lovingly kicked in the butt to clean up your bullshit. Okay, and what do we have? Nurture and Integration. Beautiful cards. Nurture, a 42, which is a 6. 4 for stability, 2 for love and harmony. Together, 6s are a very balanced number, and it's also about harmony. Oh, and then Integration, a 48. 4 for stability, 8 for manifestation, or interconnectedness also, because it represents like the infinity symbol. And then what is 8 plus 4? 12? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't make fun of me. 12, which is then a 3. So that would be about change, movement. But I feel it's more about like, so for me, 3s are more about like creating a third, like alchemization kind of thing. Or alchemization, transmutation. Let's see, okay, so Nurture. If you have drawn this card upright, how much more self-explanatory can it get? You need to nurture yourself, and you need to allow others to nurture you. Yes, this might just mean asking for it. What does it mean to you to nurture or to be nurtured? Answer this question and then give that to yourself at this point in time. Quit pushing yourself so hard. Stop being so hard on yourself. Now is the time to be nurtured. This is definitely for the feminine energy. And again, if this isn't like an actual relationship, like love or partner, like career partnership or anything like that in your life, this could represent just both aspects of you, 2 aspects within you. But I really think this is a message from the feminine because we're talking about how she's feeling burdened, and you know, the Queen of Cups was the first card that came out, which is about being nurtured and nurturing. And so I feel like because she's feeling this way, the suppression and feeling burdened and overwhelmed because she's not allowing herself to be nurtured, whether that's, maybe she does it for herself, but maybe she's not allowing other people, she's not asking for help. I feel like asking for it is a really big thing. That's what I was saying, like I was feeling like I wanted to ask somebody like to like be with me while I was feeling like sad, but having a resistance to it at the same time. All right, Integration. If you have drawn this card upright, you are currently struggling to bring external things together and make them one. This is definitely for the masculine, bringing the 3D stuff to into but okay, and it isn't working out so well. This card suggests that in order to bring these separate things together, you need to seek out and find the parts of you that contradict each other. Most of us are walking contradictions. You may find that there is a war within you between how you feel and how you want to feel, what you believe and what you want to believe. Discern which aspect of you is truer for you. Stop hiding your actual truths with what you want to have to be true. Once you are working with what is actually true for you, you will be able to find out whether or not things fit together, and if so, how things can fit together to become one. So with this whole comparison card, I feel like maybe the masculine is trying to be someone he's not, in terms of like he's trying to like change himself or do certain things that he thinks the feminine will like and will want, because he feels like he's not her type, right? That's what I feel like is happening for him. What else was in there that I saw? That feels really important. Wait. Yeah, so he's kind of fighting against his true nature. He's afraid to just be himself, to show up just like vulnerable in his, like with his cup with the fish in it, and he thinks he needs to like do all these things to be more like this, when really the feminine would probably just like him if he just showed up authentic, which is probably that, you know? So he wants to feel a certain way, but he's kind of fighting against his true nature. All right, so let's get some advice for these 2 counterparts. Okay, well, I'm gonna use my dragon. I'm using a lot of like decks I don't use that often. They're very high energy, very spiritual, very special to me. So, okay. So this is for the feminine, definitely, because it's the orange dragon, and orange is sacral chakra and brings soul families and communities together. spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. So I feel like that's what the feminine is working on, rather than, because again, we already heard, like, or we already saw that she is, you know, working on asking for help and nurturing. And so I feel like that's like because she's being called to do this. So if you're the feminine, call in this orange dragon for that. If you believe in dragons, let's find the orange dragon. Orange, there it is. Okay. When you pick this card, your guidance is to see the divine light in everyone. Look for the bonds that link you. The orange dragons will help you to spread their light of warmth, welcome, and acceptance to all peoples, races, and cultures. Let that light shine through you. You will feel a sense of belonging and oneness, and your heart will open. This will help you to develop your abilities of higher manifestation. When you visualize the peoples and animals of the world coming together in harmony and acceptance, orange dragons will flood your vision with their light. Archangel Metatron himself will then take it to energize the plan for Earth. So hold the highest vision for the golden age that is being prepared, and do your part to bring your community and the world into spiritual accord. This is a message of higher peace. So I feel like this is a message of, like, this is what the feminine energy is here to do, especially whoever's resonating with this. But if you're stuck in feeling burdened and suppressed and you're not allowing yourself to be open, you're not going to be able to assist the world. And that's probably why you're feeling angry too. Like, you know, there was a lot of anger and feeling burdened. It's because you're not tapping into your gifts and your power and what you're meant to do here on Earth. So if you need support with that, please contact me for a session if you're kind of feeling stuck in like how to move forward, what to do, like you're feeling all these things and you need a clearing, you know, definitely contact me. So the gold and silver violet flame dragon transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. So this is for the the masculine energy. I see butterflies all the time. I mean, it is one of my, I feel like it's one of my totem animals. I don't know if it's my spirit animal, possibly my spirit animal, but anyways, I see them all the time. But I feel like this is how, this is like, I'm seeing how there's like similar colors in these two cards for the masculine, because I feel like this is what he's working on. So let's see. Gold and silver violet flame dragon. This is a long one today. Jeez. Okay. Oh. Come on. Where are you? Here we go. Okay. This card suggests it is time to let go of an aspect of your life that is no longer serving you. I mean, we already picked up on that with the whole, where is it? The 10 of Swords and like something coming to completion, like an ending happening. So, hello. Ask the gold and silver violet flame dragons to clear the thought of it totally from your energy fields. So maybe it's like something that has already happened, like physically something has been, he's already gotten divorced, he's already wrapped shit up, but it's still around him energetically. And so it's asking for you to transmute that energy so it's not hanging around you, and to like just like allow it to move through your body, and so it's not affecting you anymore. Sense or feel them and etherically burning up the old. Then ask them to replace it with new and joyful possibilities that come to you at a higher frequency. When you connect with these dragons, you have a wonderful opportunity for service work. You can send them under the law of grace to any person or place that needs transformation. Remember, you will also be working with Saint Germain and Archangel Zadkiel, who will illuminate you. So take a few moments now to direct these dragons to heal people, places, situations, and the world. So, something about being of service in there caught my eye about for the masculine is like, maybe he's trying to do something that like create a lot of money and in a job, or, you know, in a way that is like not really authentic to him. And that was what, you know, with the whole integration thing and the comparison thing, is like he's trying to be someone he's not. When it's like, maybe he has this idea or this passion and he wants to be of service, but he doesn't know how to do that. And instead he's thinking he needs to come to the feminine with this, like, a lot of money and stability. And so he's going to do that in whichever way, even if it's like not what his soul really is supposed to be doing here on earth. So if you are a masculine, reach out to me and I will work with you too. I do work with men as well. And, you know, sometimes we just need that confirmation from somebody else to be like, yeah, like, you probably need to get out of that job. Like, I get you may take a hit, or it may take a little while for you to build yourself up or to like create your own thing, whatever. But if it's going to be better for you in the long run, it's going to be worth it. So I'm going to stop it here because it's already at 40 minutes for today. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know how it resonates for you. Email me, follow me on Instagram at Empowering Authenticity, or book your own reading with me online on my website. All that information is below. I'm sending you guys so much love. Okay, bye.